Corpbiz.
Hello everyone, this is Yash Saxena and you're watching Corpbiz. In this video, we are going to talk about the Legal Entity Identifier Renewal. Transaction between businesses take place at excessive levels and involves significantly massive amounts in the current era of corporates, thanks to technology. As a result, financial institutions and businesses face significant risk. The global financial crisis of 2007 and 8 increased financial transaction transparency. The point is that a significant number of corporations engaged in window dressing and further concealment of debt that the company or entity had previously held in order to raise more funds and attract investors, resulted in a disaster. These events eventually necessitated the establishment of systems such as the Legal Entity Identifier system. Now, for those who don't know what is it, let's talk about it. The LEI code, formatted as a 20-character alpha number code based on the Indian standard 7442 standard developed through the IS. It connects to key reference details about a party, enabling unique and clear identification of legal entities participating in financial transactions. All LEI contains information on an entity's ownership structure and thus answers the questions of the who is who and who owns whom, thereby bringing greater clarity to worldwide transactions. This publicly available legal entity identifier data pool can be considered as global directory of participants in the financial market. So now let's move on to the mandatory LEI directions by the RBI. In the year 2017, the Reserve Bank of India, RBI, utilizing its power under Section 35 of the Banking Regulations Act, advised banks to mandatorily ask their large borrowers having fund exposures upward of rupees 5 crore to rupees 50 crores to get an LEI. It is also said that banks should encourage large borrowers to obtain LEI for their parent entity, subsidiaries and associates. Thus, Legal Entity Identifier has been implemented in a phased manner for the participants in the over-the-counter markets for rupees interest rate derivatives, foreign currency derivatives and credit derivatives in India. In a notification released in 2018, the Central Bank of the country, the RBI, has made it mandatory for each market participant other than individuals to get an LEI. Thus, any legal entity like corporate firm of partnership, business or association of persons dealing in the financial transactions would have to get an LEI number. Now you must be thinking of the applicability of LEI code. These are sole proprietorships, limited liability partnership, trusts, partnership firms, public limited companies, private limited companies, government companies, insurance companies, one-person company, etc. Moving forward in the video, let's discuss about the process. To make it simple for you, we have divided the process into steps. Step 1 is document list. Log in on the online portal and access the downloads tab. The checklist for the documents and their specific formats essential for submission is available here based on the entity's legal structure. Step 2 is self-registration on the online portal. A person needs to be appointed as the authorized person to look over and carry out the procedure of obtaining the LEI code. A person may be appointed as an authorized person through a power of attorney, resolution or voluntarily as the case may be. Only this authorized user has permission to create an account, providing his official email ID and processing to fill up the online form. Details include name and email ID of the authorized official named in the online form, a primary user who submits the online application form, that is authorized user, secondary user, name and email ID of the secondary authorized official named in the form. Next is step 3. The LEI registration form consists of 5 pages, including the payment gateway. Company details page. All the company's basic information is entered on this particular page. Then is ultimate parent page, where the companies are stepped down subsidiaries and the parent's information. The ultimate parent's information is also to be provided. Holding company page. Information about the parent company will be filled here. Payment page. The payment for the form is to be made once it is complete. Upload page. The essential documents are uploaded on this page. After the form is filled, the payment page offers the option to either make the payment online or select the option of a DD. In case any of the online payment options are chosen, following which the submit and save option is selected after the payment is received through the LEIL Legal Entity Identifier India Limited, a reference number, an email is also sent, informing the list documents to be submitted to the LEIL. In case the demand draft option is selected, the reference number and email are generated immediately. Step 4 is submission of the documents. The applicant entity will have to upload the vital documents given in the email. If the upload is unsuccessful, the documents may be couriered to the address of the organization. Step 5, verification procedure. After the documents are uploaded and the application form is submitted, they will be verified through the LEIL. If essential, the LEIL may ask for additional documents as the application form is online through the LEIL portal. Step 6 is issue of LEI code. The LEI code will be issued on the successful submission and verification of the form and the related documents. The legal entity identifier code will be sent in an email to the entity, and this code needs to be provided to the banks. An LEI code typically has 1 year lifespan. To continue using the code, it must be renewed via an application form. The difference is that on the same internet page where you usually find this information, you should select modify and renewal rather than register. Any changes to this selection must be made by the authorized individual. When you enter the LEI code into the form, all the information is automatically filled. Any necessary adjustments must be made. Before proceeding with the standard form filling, payment and document submission procedure, the legal entity identifier renewal checkbox must be checked correctly. All the above must be successfully submitted in order for the LEI code to be renewed. The LEI is issued through the Global Legal Entity Identifier Foundation, a not-for-profit organization established under the Financial Stability Board in 2014. It includes a regulatory oversight committee represented by the public authorities in many countries and publishes the Global LEI Index. So, this was all about the topic. For more such content, keep watching Corpbiz. This is Yash Saxena signing off. Thank you.